Welcome back to FRAUD-FLIX. After Madoff, after Ponzi, after Archegos, we proudly open a new file from the great library of financial imagination. Tonight's episode, the Greensill scandal, or, as we call it here at FRAUD-FLIX, Green Park. A beautiful park apparently full of fresh grass, clean air, and sustainable promise. But under the green surface, the roots were tangled in invoices, receivables, insurance policies, political politics, and a business model that grew very fast. Maybe too fast. Greensill Capital sold itself as a modern champion of supply chain finance. The idea sounded simple. Help companies get paid faster by financing invoices and future payments. In theory, this can be a useful financial tool. Suppliers get cash early, buyers keep breathing room, and investors receive what looks like a short-term, low-risk product. But in Green Park, the flowers started growing strangely. The company expanded rapidly. It attracted major investors, big-name clients, and powerful connections. It packaged receivables into investment products. It relied heavily on insurance to make the structure feel safe. And for a while, everything looked polished, innovative, and green. Then the music changed. When confidence weakened, when insurance cover became a problem, and when questions appeared around the quality of the assets, the whole garden started to collapse. In March 2021, Greensill Capital failed, triggering losses, investigation, political embarrassment, and a long list of uncomfortable questions. How much of the business was real cash flow? How much was future expectation? How much risk had been hidden behind beautiful words? And why did so many sophisticated players walk through Green Park without checking what was buried under the grass? Verfahren died. This is not just a story about one company. It is a story about complexity, trust, lobbying, weak controls, and the dangerous moment when financial engineering begins to look like magic. So take your seat. RegFlix presents a FRAUD-FLIX episode. Green Park. Where the invoices are blooming, the promises are glowing, and the due diligence arrives just a little too late.
These greatest con artists have nothing on this. The secret to a perfect financial illusion isn't how smart you are. It's how badly your audience wants to believe your magic trick. Normal finance is boring. Green Park finance is pure imagination. Even the world's oldest banks were fooled. Lex Green Park, the farmer's son who turned air into billions. Sell the promise of crops to 3 banks at once. A $10 billion empire built on paper. Welcome to Green Park. Let's watch the economy burn. Traditional factoring is safe but boring. Reverse factoring hides debt under a giant rug. Sell invoices for transactions that never happened. Sanjeev Carbon, the steel king of imaginary sales. Swiss bankers packaged air as AAA investments. Welcome to the magic of finance. Luxembourg, where financial alchemy transforms reality. SPVs, the elegant facade of a financial illusion. But what if the magic machine breaks, turning imaginary steel into golden bonds? A blindfolded agency stamps AAA on air. Seals of approval, sight unseen. German towns pour cash into a piggy bank. Lex's straw drains Bremen's savings. Swiss funds promise impossible returns. But who checks the math? Auditors distracted by juicy fees. Signatures over substance. The illusion's secret? Insurance. But what happens when it's gone? Regulators play peekaboo. By the time they see, it's too late. It all started crumbling in Sydney. The magic trick had no insurance. Zurich was next. Panic spread like wildfire. $10 billion. Frozen solid. Germany's turn. The bank doors slammed shut. Taxpayers' money vanished into thin air. Lex Greensill faced the music in court. Assets? Practically zero. Politicians scrambled to cover their tracks. A papier-mâché pyramid scheme exposed. The blame game circus was in full swing. Everyone blamed someone else. A new label, same old trick. Another box of expensive air. Thanks for watching The Illusion. Check your pension fund. just in case. 4 years later, the chaos returns. Credit Suisse versus SoftBank, a $440 million showdown. The court's verdict? Case dismissed. Credit Suisse got robbed legally. Now, the real digging begins. 78,000 filing cabinets of chaos. Lex Greensill's future hangs in the balance. June 2026, the pressure peaks. Lex's last-minute pivot avoids trial. A 9-year ban, corporate exile. Even a lemonade stand is off limits. Not dishonest, just historically bad. Lex's PR spins the narrative. The soft landing, paradise awaits. Luxurious retirement on a golden parachute. The epic end, no reruns. A cautionary tale of expensive air.
Okay, class, shut your laptops and open your brains. Today on FRAUD-FLIX, we're going deep, like really deep. Deeper than the spreadsheet nobody wanted to check. Deeper than the "everything is fine" email sent 5 minutes before disaster. This is Greensill, the technical deep dive. We're going to follow the money, poke the controls, annoy the data, and ask the one question nobody likes. Wait, does this actually make sense? There will be rules, there will be charts, there will be awkward silence when the controls don't work. So grab your compliance helmet, keep your hands inside the lesson, and remember, FRAUD-FLIX is here for education. Now let's go for the deep dive.
This scheme was a ticking financial time bomb. Supplier needs cash now, not in 90 days. Lex's bank buys the invoice at a discount. Lex's magic margin, $1 per invoice. It looked elegant, but was a financial illusion. These weren't reckless hedge funds. They were ultra-conservative AIFs in Luxembourg. Due diligence? Just a sleepy chain of delegation. A perfect human centipede of financial ignorance. Who needs real checks when fees roll in loop? Sanjeev's mills were bleeding cash. Fake invoices for fake sales to fake buyers. A Ponzi loop in disguise as trade finance. New cash paid off old imaginary invoices. Swiss bankers kept buying the paper. The music played, fees rolled in, reality ignored. Velocity below 1, absolute collapse. The end. Go home and cry to regulators. Keep your eyes open and wallets safe. Financial wizards and imaginary yields, beware. Good night, and stay safe. Sanjeev's empire was bleeding millions. He had one solution, a giant red stamp. Who needs real buyers when you can invent them? Multi-million-dollar bills to mysterious steel buyer 12. Auditors nodded happily at fake emails. Sanjeev's back-office clerk replied with glee. Lex's prospective receivable factoring baffled everyone. Selling invoices for steel not yet mined. Swiss bankers threw cash into the future cloud. Reality? Zero, according to Lex's math. The ship had been sold for scrap 3 years ago. They turned fiction into reality with a pen. Invisible steel, sailing a phantom ship. A single invoice, sold thrice. It's like selling your car to 3 neighbors. Rolling over invoices like a snowball. A perpetual motion machine of lies. Banks kept buying the fiction. The pen is mightier than the sword. A recycling bin of forged cardboard. Print better invoices, not work hard.
How does a simple farmer's son from Australia turn a pile of dirt into $10 billion of pure imaginary gold? Welcome to the ultimate cheat code of modern finance, Lex Greenpark's invoice illusion. It all started when Lex realized that actual physical trade is way too slow. Normal supply chain finance pays real suppliers early. But Lex thought, why wait for real suppliers? He partnered up with Sanjeev Carbon, a self-proclaimed steel king. Sanjeev's back-office clerks got to work, rapidly printing fake paper invoices. We're talking about massive multi-million-dollar bills addressed to Paralegal corporations. Lex took these cardboard-thin promises of future cash and flew straight to Luxembourg. He set up empty, tax-free special-purpose vehicles. And who bought this box of air? The genius asset managers at Debit Suisse. They packed these rated notes into low-risk cash-equivalent mutual funds. Lex even bought a tiny, sleepy bank in Bremen, Germany. It was a perfect perpetual Ponzi loop. In 2020, a single underwriter in Sydney refused to renew the trade credit insurance policy. Debit Suisse froze $10 billion of client cash. The German regulators slammed the doors on the Bremen Bank. Greenpark Capital filed for insolvency, showing $0 in actual assets. The former British Prime Minister was caught deleting his lobbying text messages. In June 2026, Lex signed a deal banning him from being a corporate director for 9 years. So, what is the lesson of Greenpark? If someone tries to sell you high-yielding, AAA-rated imaginary sugarcane, Lock your wallet. Run for the hills. Never trust a farmer's son in a tailored London suit. Good night, and try to keep your retirement funds out of the clouds.
Traded blood for cold design. Drew a border down my spine. Left side human, right side stone. Built a temple, locked it alone. You asked for tears, I show you frost. You count the warmth, look what it cost. More Vulcan and Spock, like a frozen clock. No flinching, no shock. More Vulcan than Spark. There's a boy behind the wall. Still warm, still soft, still small. He knows the words for stay for need. I cut the line before he bleeds. Green. You ask for fire, I send you graphs. A flat line where your laughter was. More Vulcan than Spock, hot like a frozen clock. No flinching, no shock. More Vulcan than Spark.